Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today's going to be a super fun one. I'm going to show you guys how to make a matte tumbler. So this is something that's been super popular, going around a lot. I wanted to try it for a while, but I just hadn't got around to it because I was super busy with Christmas orders, which I still am, but I'm trying to squeeze this in because I'm really excited about it. So what I've already done was I took a 20 ounce from Maker Flow Crafts and I spray painted it gloss grape from Rust-Oleum. And you can do any color you want. I really like purple, so I chose purple for this. And I put a coat of epoxy over it because I am going to be putting decals on it. The decal that I got, I bought it off of Etsy, and I went ahead and cut it and weeded out. It says tired as a mother, and I went ahead and weeded everything out because I knew it would take me a while because of those really thin fine lines. So I just went ahead and did that off camera. And then I don't know if you can really tell because I haven't weeded them, but I have some leopard spots, and those are also from Etsy. So I'll make sure to link everything that I got from Etsy in the description below. My affiliate link for Maker Flow Crafts will also be in the description. And then to make the tumbler matte instead of glossy, like it is over epoxy, you're going to need a product called Final Sand. And let me warn you, do not get Final Sand off of Amazon. I made the mistake. It's completely false advertising. They put a picture of the actual product, Final Sand. You buy it, you order it, it is not the same thing. It looks very similar. It's even a different name when they send it to you. And it doesn't work. I even tried it. It does not work. I did email Amazon, got my money back, so just letting you know, do not get it off Amazon. And I got on Facebook and asked some other people in like different Tumbler groups, and they said that it's happened to them too. So it wasn't just like a fluke thing that happened with me. Do not get it from Amazon. Instead, get it from DIYepoxy.com. I'll link their website in the description. And I bought all of this stuff during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. So I got like buy one, get one free tubes of it. And then I get the box and I open it up and it says, congratulations, we've upgraded you from 8 ounces to 11 ounces. So I was like, heck yeah, and these things are gigantic. Look at these things, and I've got 4 of them. I got 4 of them, 2 of them were free. I don't know why I got upgraded. I don't know if that was just like something they were doing with every order at the time, or if it was just like random orders and mine happened to fall on it. But I got 4 of these gigantic things of Final Sand, and they're going to last me forever because you don't use much of it at all whenever you make these tumblers. So thank you, DIY Epoxy. I super appreciate that. Like I said, I don't know why it happened, but I'm super glad that it did. And then along with the Final Sand, you're going to need some steel wool in grade 00. I did get this from Amazon, and I'll make sure to link that in the description. And I think that's all we're going to need. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take my Cricut transfer tape and my little scraper tool. If you don't have a scraper tool, you can get one on Amazon. You can get them at Walmart. And if you're in a pinch, you can also just use your credit card. That works too. And I'm just trying to make sure everything is straight. And I really hate working with vinyl. I normally use water slides for everything that I possibly can, but since this was a darker colored cup, I knew I was going to need some white vinyl. Since I can't print white, I had to use vinyl. So I'm kind of struggling here, but I do get it eventually. And really, the Cricut transfer tape is not my favorite. I'll show you guys something different that I use for transfer tape, which is a lot cheaper and easier to find. And so now that I have and not only do I really hate working with vinyl, but I hate working with leopard spots. As much as I love their look, I'm really not good at putting them on. So here is the really cheap transfer laminate. I actually get it from the Family Dollar, and it's like $4 and you get a ton of it. So I'm just cutting off a little square and putting on these leopard spots one by one. I know you can probably cut off a large piece and just try to like put all of them on at one time. I struggle with that for some reason, so really it's just however you are comfortable with doing it, and unfortunately for me it's putting them on one by one, but I mean, hey, it gets the job done. So, and it's kind of satisfying to watch too. So it didn't really take that long. I wish I could actually work this fast, but obviously I'm speeding up the video, and I did have to cut out a little bit more than I have here. I shorted myself a little bit, but all in all it really didn't take that long at all. So now that is done, the only thing you have to do now is put the epoxy over it, and I recommend doing 2 coats because you just want to make sure that everything is completely smooth, because once you go to put the final sand on, you're not going to put any more epoxy on it. That's going to be the final step that you do. So 2 coats of epoxy, and then let it completely cure, and we'll be back to make this tumbler matte. Alright, so it's been a couple days. I've got 2 coats of epoxy over the decal, so there's 3 layers total on this tumbler. And what we're about to do is the absolute final step whenever we use this final sand product. So what I'm wanting to do first is clean up my rim, you know, how I would normally do it if this was just all I was doing. So I'm going to put you guys down here so I can show you exactly how I clean my rim. I have my little knife here, and I just very, very lightly scrape across the top. Excuse me. So I'm getting some epoxy off of there, maybe a little bit of paint, but you don't want to scrape too hard. This is pretty much just like the weight of the knife touching the cup. And then if there was glitter on it, excuse me, my goodness. If there was glitter on it, I would take some sandpaper and just very, very lightly sand the top here. Let me show you, actually. This is just a little piece of sandpaper that I stole from my husband's toolbox. I can't tell you exactly what grit it is, but I've used it for a while, and you just very, very lightly go across the top. But there's no glitter on here, so that wasn't really necessary. I was just showing you guys. And then I take this pure acetone that I get from Amazon and some cotton balls that you can pretty much get anywhere. I do get mine from Amazon though, so I don't have to leave the house. And I'm using this just to get some paint out of the rim. And just very light pressure going around, and you can see it comes off super easy. And then once you do this, you know, you might see like there's a couple more little spots of epoxy that I missed. So I'll go through again and just very lightly kind of scratch those off, because you want your customers, the rim of their tumbler to be nice and clean. So then I'll go through with a fresh one with some of the acetone and just kind of run over it again. Be careful not to get any out here, like on the actual tumbler itself, because it'll look kind of cloudy and it might feel a little sticky if you do that. But so now we have a nice clean rim, and this is ready for the final step. Now you'll want to come over to your sink and wet your cup. Take a little bit of that final sand and just put a little bit on your cup. It really doesn't take that much at all. And then you're going to go in with your steel wool in grade 00 and just do kind of like buffing motions. You don't want to like scrape it up and down like you would be if you were sanding your cup. You just want to go in circular buffing motions, and I didn't put a ton of pressure on here, but I definitely did add some pressure. This is one of those things where you have to kind of play with it, be super careful while you're doing it. And I did actually go over this a couple of times once I did this and rinsed it off, I dried it with a paper towel and then just went over it again with a second coat of this stuff and did this exact same thing that I'm doing here. You just don't want to push too hard. You'll have very visible scratches on your cup. But I think if you did that accidentally, you should be able to, you know, do a coat of epoxy to cover up the scratches and just try it again. But you can go over this, you know, 2, 3, 4 times, just however long it takes you to get the look that you are wanting. And guys, that's it. Once you get the desired look, this is completely done. You don't have to do anything else to this cup other than put the lid on it, ship it out the door. You're completely done. This looks beautiful. It's matte. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Guys, that's it for this tutorial. If y'all have any questions at all, please feel free to comment and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.